far, it's been pretty entertaining for an All-Star game. Now, how about the home run derby, guys?
I enjoyed it last night. It was entertaining. I didn't like the outcome, but I thought it was entertaining.
Fuck that derby.
Fuck that.
Like, I hate it.
Except J-Rod, dude. You gotta fucking love seeing J-Rod. Oh my God, does
Agreed,
that
100%.
easy power. That's what I was talking about. I saw him in spring training, dude. When they were playing the Cubs, I was watching like hardcore. So fucking easy power. That guy just he's a big dude too. Holy smokes. So like I don't know, man. It was enjoyable watching him. 81 home runs he fucking hit.
That's huge.
Yeah, no, he was impressive, no doubt. My comments were completely directed towards the presentation of the whole thing. It's an absolute disaster to watch.
I didn't like Pujols being in it anyway. Like I wasn't a fan of saying, okay, let's fucking put Pujols in there. We're supposed to be seeing home run hitters, right?
Not old men.
Guys that are doing it right now, and like, but good on Pujols for. Like when they did have that tiebreaker, that was like his best 1 minute of fucking swinging the bat.
No doubt.
I like that was impressive from the old man. Like he obviously got a shot of adrenaline there, and like he was just swinging better at that point than he had the whole time.
He kept switching bats the whole time too.
Oh, dude. So, really? So is he using the cork bat? Is this the Sammy Sosa treatment?
Well, he kept switching bats out though. Every time he took a break, he'd swap out a bat. He had a black stained bat and a dark red stained bat, and he kept swapping them out. They kept trying to say they were lighter and heavier. Like, yeah, no shit. The one's got cork in it. Of course, it's lighter.
Yeah. That was the Sammy Sosa excuse. Remember, he said, "I like hitting home runs in
the batting practice. I like to put on a show in batting practice."
So everybody's like, "Oh, fuck that. That's bullshit." Which who gives a shit, dude? That's what. So that was one thing that got me too. Was they were talking like I was listening to the radio before the home run derby, and one of the things they were talking about was the possibility of somebody hitting a home run over 500 feet. And we didn't see one, right? There wasn't. Acuna hit one out of Dodger Stadium, but did it go over 500? I don't think anybody hit one.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
So like the funny thing for me was like if you for Kenny, so this is gonna be old stuff for you. In 2002, you want to see something? Go watch the 2002 home run derby when they're in Milwaukee. Mm-hmm. That is in fucking insane. Guys were hitting. It was a different theater, right? It wasn't because like they changed the whole home run derby by making it the time thing. So now these guys are pitching a lot faster. They're not as selective. They're just going up and hacking as fast as they can.
Right.
If you watch that 2002 home run derby, those fucking guys all jacked up on steroids, man, hitting 520-foot home runs left and right,
getting their pitch,
fucking insane. Like I remember Sosa hit one off the slide that the mascot slides down, and
Bernie comes sliding down.
It was very impressive. It was a real show, but those were the last like super enjoyable home run derbies for me.
The Josh Hamilton year, even though it turns out he is a gigantic piece of shit. Even though he, battled his demons, comeback story, and then whatever happened afterwards with that guy. That summer, he did the derby was pretty spectacular. And then, somewhat off topic, but still relative to the home run derby, is I don't like the time format. It is more entertaining, I think, in terms of keeping nonstop action. And I'm okay with it, but I wish they would have stuck to their guns on the way they implemented it initially, where the previous ball was supposed to land before your pitcher could throw you another pitch. That's how Bryce Harper beat Schwarber in the derby, because Bryce Harper's dad was pitching to him and was just throwing the ball. They weren't waiting for it to land, and nobody was like, hey, you're breaking the rules. So then after that, that rule magically disappeared. Like if you go back and watch that Derby and all the rules, I haven't watched it back since, but I would bet my house that was the rule, because they put an emphasis on telling you that 100 times.
Definitely.
The current broadcasters are terrible, absolutely awful. They didn't even know what was going on half
It was
the time.
horrific. It was horrific.
And then the
It was so
on-field
bad
the
that they had-
on-field lady was like a fucking bully. That she'd go ask a question and be like, "So what did you think about this?" And they'd be like, "Oh, it was all right." And he'd be like, "No, you better have an opinion on this shit." And I'm like, "Damn, lady, chill out. Like this is we're supposed to be relaxing right now, and she's just fucking."
It was such
Better
a
give me
bummer.
something.
They had Chris Berman on frickin'
Yes.
Baseball Tonight before the home run derby, and it was like, God, just keep him there. Give the man
Right? Right?
let him take over. It would be fine, man. Hey,
Yeah.
that was just they fucking blew that chance.
That's absolutely wild. But yeah, I don't even know who those guys were, but they were terrible. I mean and I understand the need for the split screen, like how they have to do the split screen. But the problem is it's just horrific. They're showing a ball from 3 swings ago, and then they cut to a ball from 1 swing ago, and then they go back to a ball from 2 swings ago. I'm like, which ball in which
you
swing?
can't tell which ones are home runs. Yeah,
And my head's exploding. I just want to watch one ball hit a bat and fly to its end point. And whether it goes over the fence or not, at least I know what happened to that ball. Other than that, I'm like, oh, that was a good swing. That ball looked like it jumped off the bat, but I don't know if it went up or down. I don't know. It's tough. It's tough to watch, man.
when going back to the pitching and waiting for the ball to land, how about Pete Alonso's pitcher, dude, really fucked him.
Yeah, I don't think he did him any favors. Acuna's pitcher was pretty rough in terms of just pitching. I felt like Acuna's pitcher was real bad.
All over the place.
Yeah.
That Perez.
I don't even know who it was because
It was
I was
bad.
trying to get my kids down to
There
bed,
was a couple
and I
pitchers
paused
really
it,
bad and all over the place.
and then you guys were all blowing up on the chats, and I'm like, I can't read these chats because I'm not up to date with the Derby because my kids won't listen. I was like, my head was gonna explode last night,
Alonso's
and then
pitcher was too slow.
I sit down, and I can't even tell what the hell's going on because all the crazy cameras going on. And then the guys who are calling the action don't even know what's going on because they're watching the same fucked up cameras. They're like, oh, that was a home. No, it wasn't. Yes, it was. No, he's got 6. No, he's got 8. He's got 12. Sold. I'm like, wait, we're at an auction now? What is going on
Which-
here? I have no idea.
Really leads to the controversy, right? Of Kyle Schwarber again.
Yeah, there was.
He was who was cheated when the Bryce Harper fucking
Agreed. I did see some tweets talking
And-
about they weren't
and-
counting or
They
or
weren't- There
or
was
balls
public-
went over that. And the thing is, how do we know? With the cameras they gave us, how the fuck could you even tell? I'm not going to sit here and say one way or the other. And then the same thing with I heard they overcounted for Soto at the end too. I've heard that. But it's like if you have that pop up one time, okay. But if it's popping up every time, there's a fundamental issue with the thing you're running. Like, come on. There's something wrong there. You guys are the ones putting the cameras on it, and your producer is all over the place so badly that nobody even knows what's going on. Slow it down.
That's
It's
what
okay
made
to miss
that
a
out.
single swing. If you miss one home run that you don't show on the screen, and you show a line drive instead, that's okay because people can follow it, and then you can secondarily call like, and he just hit one out. You can better present that to the viewer. It's horrible, absolutely horrible. And for context, for anyone who wants to criticize anything I'm saying, I paid a shit ton of money to go to the home run derby in Denver last year, in the outfield, in the second deck, in right field, to watch it in person. And my biggest takeaway from that, and there's probably break videos from this time period last year of me explaining what it was like, you had 2 options. So it was amazing to watch in person. My criticism was still the same. I wish the ball had to stop before the next pitch because you can watch the full flight path and miss the next pitch and hope you catch it in the air, the ball, or you can watch the ball jump off the bat and assume where it's going and then get back to the action, get back to the batter. That's the only 2 options. And they're much easier to implement in person. Like it was It was one of the best times I've ever had at the home run derby last year. It was amazing. But to get all the way back to why I even started talking to begin with is when the derby used to be the 10-out system, how many of you were in your backyard as a kid playing home run derby with your friends in wiffle ball? Like, that's all we did was do shit like that. And without the 10-out system, we wouldn't have been able to do that. You know, like, oh, we need Johnny's stopwatch so we can. Oh, Timmy's not getting the wiffle ball in quick enough. I want 10 more seconds. Like, no, go.
Arms would be dead.
Yeah.
It's like, do you remember they started implementing that because of Bobby Abreu, and he hit all those home runs in the previous format, and they were just talking about how it took so long and all these things.
Well, yeah, the whole
now you got this. They're hitting a ton of fucking home runs now, but I don't know. I understand it's full of action. I like the 10 outs a little bit better.
I like the 10 outs better, and I think that the way it is now is literally only for TV. I think that's the only reason, because they can accurately predict when things are going to end. That's why they have all them guys on the field with their little microphones. Like Soto was taking a drink and moving the guy, and the little TV dude came up freaking out, like, "What are you doing? The FCC is gonna charge us $5 for being late." Like, come on.
Well, now the pitchers matter too much,
Right? But it's so blatantly obvious. Like,
you know,
the only reason
J-Rod's pitcher was better than all the rest. He was he was quick. He was just going quick. Boom, 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 boom.
Acuna's guy was all over the place.
awful.
He was throwing
And I'm
curveballs.
telling you, Alonso would have hit more home runs, but his guy was so slow.
He was throwing up
Yeah,
change ups. You know,
that
hey,
poor-
don't be
That
cheating
poor
now.
old guy.
Acuna's
what I
pitcher
want-
was talking shit while he was throwing the ball. It's like, hit this.
What I
way,
wanna know
Hella
motherfucker.
bullshit.
is the stats of how many swings each player took each round, because like Pav, you were saying, Julio he was gassed at the end. I think
Yeah.
he took way more swings than those other guys. Like
he was
hit,
cooking.
He
Yeah,
hit more home runs, but the dude was just bang, bang,
Yeah.
bang.
I don't think he took a single pitch. Right, he saw
Like-
everything.
I wonder how many balls he took compared to some of these other guys.
He's young.
No, I feel like he was the winner last night.
No, he wasn't.
still-
Soto won.
I'm
I know
surprised.
Soto won.
And the
but
round
my
before
God.
that, I almost had to sell my entire Soto collection because of the way he limped his way in with the. Oh my gosh, he was
But-
struggling.
You can tell J-Rod was definitely gassed in that last
Mhm.
round compared
Yeah.
to Soto. Soto had more left.
Soto won.
It was entertaining.